Hey guys, my name's Dan, and for those of you who celebrated, I hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas, and if you're feeling those post-Christmas blues, I have the perfect reaction for you, and that comes from Dead Meat. This is Christmas Evil Kill Count. Now, I was very surprised to find out that Christmas horror was a thing. I just found out that Thanksgiving horror was a thing, so I'm very curious to see what James has to say about it, and also learn much more about this movie. But before we get into it though, for those of you who know I put out reactions every single day. I react a bit of everything, including many more from Dead Meat, so if you like wasting your day, you're bound to find more things that you enjoy. So please go right below this video, let me know what your favorite Christmas movie is, click that like button, that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell. All those things really helps out my channel. And then head on over to Dead Meat if you haven't already. I'll leave a link for that down in the description. And without any further ado, let's go.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! And welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm the horribly named Santa Meat, and today we're looking at Christmas Evil, released in 1980. Alright, I'm done with the voice now. This movie is
Yeah, I was wondering how long he was going to keep that up for.
often miscategorized as a slasher, even though there isn't much slashing. It does remind me of some early slashers, the ones that took themselves seriously. As opposed to the slashers that came out in the mid and late 80s, the earliest iterations didn't focus entirely on sex and gore. Sometimes that worked out great, like with Prom Night and Tourist Trap. Christmas Evil doesn't quite reach the quality of those movies, but it's still a fun time capsule of the late 70s when it was filmed. I'd put this thing on the level of Terror Train, the New Year slasher. Though it's got a murderous Santa, it is far from the bloody booby schlock of Silent Night, Deadly Night. This Killer Kris Kringle tale is more of a character study, kind of like Taxi Driver or Joker, the comic book version of Taxi Driver. It's the story of a maladjusted middle-aged man who's misunderstood by his friends and family. He's mocked until he spirals into a costumed killing spree, bringing dire consequences to those he deems naughty. Written in 1972 as a darkly comedic psychological thriller, it didn't find funding until the success of Halloween, another holiday-based horror film. The comparison caused it to fail due to the aforementioned lack of boobs and blood, and it might have been forgotten to history if not for John Waters, who loves it and shows it annually at his Christmas party.
It's a really heartwarming Christmas horror movie that I recommend for the whole family to really be appalled by on Christmas Eve.
I've counted these kills and checked them all twice, because if I didn't, I'd hear about it in the comments.
Sure.
Let's go!
Hey, that's my line.
The movie begins on Christmas Eve in 1947, the year the US gifted post-war Europe the Marshall Plan. Hey, Cama, can we see less of the house and more of the sky, please? Yeah, there you go. That's a good shot. Two
Yep.
brothers and their mom are watching Santa come down the chimney. I can't tell from the wooden acting if this is dad and mom's in on the plan, or if she's shocked to see a burglar who adheres to pagan rituals. In any case, her face is scaring me. Santa lays out gifts, winks at the kids on the stairs, then disappears up the chimney. Wait, and then the family jump cuts away? This movie's off to a really good start. Little Harry believes that that was actually Santa, not their dad, which is his younger brother Phil's theory.
Well, Daddy, you're crazy, Harry.
That's that kid's only line, and he fucking kills it.
Well, Daddy, you're crazy, Harry.
To prove his bro wrong, Harry sneaks back to the staircase where he learns something terrible. Santa sucks at foreplay. Really though, he just crouches there and grazes his mom's stockinged leg
Yeah,
for like an
kinda.
hour. I bet that dude can't watch A Christmas Story without getting all horned up. But maybe
Ha!
Santa's simply not allowed to go further. Heroes don't do that, you know? Anyway, the experience traumatizes Harry so much that he gets Rosebud up in this bitch. Aw, and what are you doing with that glass, little man? Making
Ow.
the Rosebud's red? We're done setting up the story now, so on to the title card. Oh shit, title card's got a different title on it. That's a real fun club to belong to. Writer-director Lewis Jackson made the film under the title You Better Watch Out. He didn't even know the title had been changed until he saw a poster made by the marketing department.
Whoops.
So what do you feel about the Christmas Evil title?
I hate it.
Okay.
Now we're in the present, or the gift if you prefer. It's more than 30 years later, and Harry has grown up as you'd expect, completely fucked up. Pretty decent dance moves though. Harry's played by Brandon Maggart, who had a background in musical comedy on Broadway, explains the dance moves, and also explains his daughter's career. Dude is Fiona Apple's dad. It's only Thanksgiving Eve, but
okay.
Harry's already living life as a Santa Claus, perhaps hoping that he too will one day caress a MILF's leg by the fire. Better get prepared for that possibility by doing your best Pee Wee Herman. Mad dog! Harry takes the Santa obsession
That was
further,
good.
rear windowing the neighborhood kids to chronicle their behavior. Some are nice, some are naughty, and then there's little Susie.
Susie Lovett,
Ooh.
Such a sweet baby.
Oh boy,
Oh.
I'll tell you who belongs on a list. That's
Uh-huh.
right, Harry, it's you. Harry works at a toy factory called Jolly Dream. Hey, camera, make sure the shot is 60% sky.
Yes.
There you go, that's a good shot. This real-life toy factory belonged to Pressman Toys and was available to use thanks to producer Ed Pressman. The only condition was that they weren't allowed to feature the company's real toys, so instead, these workers assembled the world's most stereotypical Christmas toys. Toy soldiers, dump trucks, shitty motorbike guys, nothing anybody would actually want.
No.
Harry knows.
Nobody here is interested in good toys. That includes me. Me too.
I love how blue-collar these dudes are. In fact, they tease Harry for his recent promotion to a management position.
Oh, right. You don't go to union meetings anymore.
Oh man, unions in 1979? These guys don't know they're about to get Reaganized. This jackass Frank, wearing a bucket hat 2 sizes too small, bullies Harry into working a double and taking his shift that night. As much as Harry loves putting together toys on the assembly line, he's still upset later when he sees Frank yucking it up in a bar.
I get that schmuck Harry working for me tonight.
Harry runs home and does an interpretive dance denoting anger, but calms himself down by humming Christmas tunes and fondling a doll. I'm sure that's a long-term solution for his problem.
Sure.
Harry takes a late-night visit to his childhood home where more window watching shows us how his brother Phil lives. He's got 2 cheery kids and 1 attractive, horny wife. All this sleigh bell ringing gives Harry flashbacks to the time he saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. So the next day, he calls his brother and says he won't be coming over for Thanksgiving dinner. This causes Phil concern because he knows how weird his brother is. But I'd say try not to worry about it, bud. You've got a hot wife who's all freaking over you. These two are like Morticia and Gomez. Phil's
Yeah,
played by a
pretty much.
32-year-old Jeffrey DeMunn, who you're probably more used to seeing as a man in his 60s when he was in The Walking Dead. I actually think I have a similar build to him here, and I happen to be 32 right now, so maybe I'll look like Dale Horvath in a few decades. Phil was right to worry, though, because Harry's getting weirder by the day, especially since December has dawned on the city. It's almost Christmas time. Harry not only sews together his own Santa outfit, he also customizes his wheels with the shittiest van art I've ever seen. Might as well paint the words "Children Beware." No, seriously, guy, you've got to think about how your behavior looks and sounds.
Susie, you look so beautiful.
Come on, man, you're just asking to get run out of town. And that's even without anyone seeing this picture of Susie on your desk.
Oof.
Look at that.
I am looking at that, and I'm really concerned. The naughtiest kid in town, according to Harry's records, is Moss Garcia, probably acting out because his name is frickin' Moss. Harry goes to Moss's house that night and does what any Santa does to naughty kids. He rubs dirt on his face and gives the house a mud kiss? What the fuck?
I don't
Honestly,
know.
this scene isn't consequential, but I did want to note the 28-year-old Patricia Richardson. 12 years later, she's
Oh, I didn't even recognize her. Oh man, I loved Home Improvement.
Jill the Tool Wife Taylor. With a name like Jolly Dream, you know
Wow.
this place has got to have a holly holiday party, complete with a director cameo in the background. That's Louis Jackson playing the bartender. Lots of close-ups on his hands. I love how much time this movie spends with working-class folk. It lends itself to some commentary on capitalism, which was hinted at with the talk of unions and the blue-collar, white-collar divide. That conflict comes up again at the party.
Oh, what's his problem, Harry? Is he jealous because you're one of us now?
The theme is explored even more when Harry sees a video of the company owner. In it, he talks about their toy donations to a children's state hospital.
The more toys we make, the more we can give. So keep production up. And if you feel it in your heart, contribute some of your own money.
Harry asks the other higher-ups how the toy donations work, and they admit that it's a way to use their workers' money to enhance the company image.
The factory can't always shoulder the whole burden.
You mean you're waiting for these guys to contribute?
You're on the other side of the desk now. You gotta understand good business.
The plan was devised by this young executive, Mr. Grosh, who the others say have a bright future in business. And they ain't lying. That's friggin' Frank from Succession. Harry gets pissed about all this Christmas greed, so he leaves the party and goes down to the assembly line. There, he stuffs a knapsack full of stolen toys, cause this dude about to Robin Hood some plastic cheer. His final preparation is to glue a Santa beard to his face. Must have mixed up spirit glue with rubber cement though, cause that thing don't look like it's coming off. Mad dog! On Christmas Eve, it's time for the Sled Express to roll out. First stop, Moss Garcia's house to drop off a bag of dirt. Next, it's on to the Children's State Hospital, which is the last place I want to see this van pulling up to. The ancient
Agreed.
security guard is initially hesitant,
What do you think you're doing?
but Harry wins him over with a present and a promise to stay outside. Good call, dude. It starts snowing, a Christmas miracle to go with Harry's van of Christmas contraband. Come on, come all, take these stolen gifts for the children. Just don't think about their heartache when it's all later seized as evidence. Harry celebrates a victory over the greedy company executives, but he's not quite done yet. Earlier, he was seen molding a metal weapon to be a toy, and now he takes it to a midnight mass he knows the executives are attending. The service ends and some young massholes approach Santa with a haughty attitude.
Well, Santa, you look ready for a busy night. Come now, Charles, a little respect.
Since they're getting in the way of murder Santa's aspirations, he stabs the front one in the eye with his toy soldier sword and kills 2 more by hacking at their skulls with a toy hatchet. Super Santa getaway! Yeah, y'all CEOs just lucked out. That could have been you. Christmas Evil is finally a horror movie, with Harry having lost all semblance of the milquetoast middle manager he once was. He stumbles upon another holiday party at what looks like a union hall, complete with bored as hell kids. I remember being those kids. 2 of the dudes inside know what will liven this place up. Freaking Santa! Hey Santa, get the fuck in here, man! You'd better listen to this guy too, Harry. He's on his way to being a high-level member of a drug cartel. Harry gets into
Breaking
the spirit.
Bad.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
And maybe even meets a maiden whose leg he can hump by the fireplace. First though, he's gotta talk to the kids, cause these poor parents don't know who they're dealing with. Except her. She might have an idea. Harry does some dancing and tells the kids they'd better be good in a speech that could have been delivered by Adam Sandler with minimal adjustments.
Obey your teachers and learn a whole lot.
Stay good as long as you can. After that rousing
I was thinking Billy
success,
Madison.
Santa's feeling good, but not great. See, he's still thinking of Frank, the asshole at work who took advantage of him and talked shit. He heads to Frank's home and climbs onto the guy's roof, hoping to sneak in through the chimney. It doesn't work. Yeah, try the window, dude. Much easier, if less on brand. He finds the Christmas tree and leaves some presents underneath it, because it's not these kids' fault that their dad wears dumb hats and sucks. Harry then sneaks into the bedroom to attack Frank. He tries to suffocate him, but it takes a bit too long, so his plan B is to slit Frank's throat with a tree topper, murdering his co-worker in his own bed. Aw, Harry, that was not a nice present for Mrs. Frank, or these little newly crowned orphans. Harry takes off in his sleigh, and now it's all of a sudden Christmas Day. We're back with Phil again, if you remember him, and he's worried because he hasn't heard from his brother in a while. Couldn't have anything to do with that midnight massacre on the news, could it? Though authorities have been looking for the killer Santa Claus, Harry's evaded them throughout the night. Looks like by covering up his van. Now he's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to inspect some toys. Uh-oh, not to your liking, Hair Bear? Well, you know what you can do with those. Throw them on the ground! He calls up his younger brother and tells him he should be proud.
I did what you've always wanted me to do. I finally found the right notes. I can play the tune now.
Oh, you a bit of a musician now, Harry? I guess the Fiona apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Anyway, it's all a bunch of nonsense that only makes Phil worried and his wife cry. Damn it, Santa, this is last year's shopping mall trip all over again. Harry's van stalls out near the town's radioactive district, and he walks through the overly bright, overly uniform decorations in a Yuletide stupor. Eventually, some children happen upon him and tell him he needs to keep his Claus costume clean.
Santa, your suit's dirty!
The grimy suit and bruised face tells these parents that this is the killer Santa Claus. One dad approaches with a friggin' switchblade, but Santa bribes these kids with gifts and earns their trust. I choose you, Pigtail Pinky! She uses father's love. It successfully disarms the opponent. Okay, cool. Super Santa getaway! Now we're in the full-on anti-Santa mob portion of the film. It's like Frankenstein, except with holiday spirit and a little more trash. The torchbearers launch into a war on Christmas, the likes of which Fox News could only dream of covering. They scare him away, and Harry drives his van to his childhood home. His brother answers and immediately puts everything together.
Oh my God. I knew it was you.
Harry tells Phil that he's actually a really good Santa Claus.
All children love me.
Phil gets pissed and strangles Harry into unconsciousness, and not knowing what else he should do, puts his brother's limp body back into his van. Harry comes to and quickly punches Phil's lights out and drives away, ready for his final act. Beset on all sides by angry mobs and his concerned brother, Harry drives his van right off the road and somehow into the freaking sky. That's right, motherfuckers. The movie ends like it was goddamn Grease. You've waited patiently for your gift of counted kills. Let's unwrap the number and see what it is. Oh, I can't eat or drink with this on?
No,
with this
you can't.
beard?
No.
This isn't gonna work.
No.
Oh, fuck. All right. I'll see you at the numbers.
All right. Fair enough.
Only 4 people died in Christmas Evil, because again, not really a slasher. 3 guys and 1 lady died, and according to Harry, this pie chart is 100% naughty. With a runtime of 94 minutes, that left us with a kill on average every 23 and a half minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to the guy who gets stabbed in the eye with a toy sword.
Agreed.
Definitely the most graphic kill. Dull machete for lamest kill will go to the 2 people who died after him, victims of cutting from both Hatchet and Editor. And that's it. Christmas Evil came out in 1980, and if you think I'm out of holiday horror movies, you are very, very wrong. Only 1 kill count left for this year, though, our New Year's Eve Spectacular. Until then, I'm James A. Janice.
Ooh, what's
This has
that?
been the kill count.
On the next kill count.
Forever purge.
Oh, right.
Count forever purge.
This is what happens when people decide that 12 hours isn't enough for killing. I mean, there's so much killing to do. How can you expect half a day to...
Good God.
This is the first real purge.
The Forever Purge follows undocumented immigrants who suddenly find themselves heading back to Mexico. Turns out the bad hombres were here all along.
Oh my.
The brownies.
Fuck you, redneck.
With a Purge movie, you know what to expect.
What, baby?
A dark world that's weirdly fun to explore, accompanied by ham-fisted messaging.
You're talking about life in America, the way the rich get rich off the backs of the poor.
And with the Purge kill count, you know what to expect too. Frame-by-frame counting of background bodies and
Oh,
me getting
fun.
so goddamn pissed. Why must you all shoot each other so much?
The purge doesn't release anger. It increases anger.
This week, watch the Forever Purge to prepare for the last kill count of the year.
Thank you for the invite.
On New Year's Eve, we're dropping that shit.
This feels like fucking Christmas.
Only on Dead Meat.
Oh, I hate the damn purge.
The Forever Purge can currently be watched on the pictured streaming
Oh,
platforms.
all right then. That should be a lot of fun, and I'm very curious to see just what exactly the number ends up being. But I kind of enjoyed this. It took a little bit to actually get to the kills, but the character development was really good, even though the camera work wasn't great. And I also love the fact, because I went into this not knowing who exactly was in it, but then like seeing like, oh, I remember that girl. Oh, I remember that person. So that was also pretty cool to see as well. But that's going to do it for me here. Before I go, though, I want to give a huge shout out to all my $5 and up supporters on Patreon. Marvin Espinoza, Cruising, Wolverine 310, Lauren Davenport, Caster Cronage, Amber K, Angel Garcia, Nicholas Sawtell, DeQuang Johnson, and my lone channel member, King Boo 336, PD909. Thank you guys for your continued support, especially during the holiday season. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And if you too have your name read at the end of each and every one of my videos, plus many other fun goodies, maybe react to a past kill count or two, please head on over to patreon.com/CDMReactor. The link will be right there in the description, or you can head right below this video, click that join button there, or head right over my channel page and click that join button there. And with that being said, comment down below, let me know what did you think about Christmas Evil. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Also want to see past reactions I've done to other Dead Meat videos. I got a nice playlist right over there full of them for you. Share this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, ring notification bell because I put new videos every single day, and I'll see you guys next time.